Becoming literate in science is more than just acquiring knowledge and skills. It is an aid to understanding language across all content areas. In order to devise a plan for all students to become scientifically literate through the given content descriptor, it is important to first look at the students' needs and abilities to decide which pedagogy is most appropriate to encourage the construction of knowledge through the learning process. The multicultural and indigenous majority in the classroom suggests that students will construct meaning best through hands-on, inquiry-based learning. Setting the context can be done first by relating the concept of fire with oral discussions and storytelling, while connecting content to community and real-world experiences, while making anecdotal notes as a formative assessment of students' informal literacy skills. The 8 Ways pedagogy suggests that all learning should be visual, with an emphasis of the use of symbols and images. However, certain explicit teaching of scientific vocabulary is essential for students to further demonstrate their knowledge. By introducing words during stories and have students write down and spell third-tier words such as transformation, melting, and boiling, as well as emphasizing second-tier words such as justify and explain, will develop students' operational and cultural literacy skills simultaneously, as well as scientific genre writing skills. After students have engaged in interactive activities and oral discussions on the topic of changing states, they will begin to practice modelling paragraphs and reconstruction previously created work. Here, students will analyse newly learned second and third tier vocabulary, construct sentences and organise order according to the stages of events from the changing states experiments. This will demonstrate students' ability to make connections with new words and apply them in scientific report style, while connecting the scientific genre to community and culture to make the learning relatable and focus on cultural literacy, as well as critical literacy by discussing how the changing of states of objects can help in topics such as sustainability and recycling. During the joint construction phase of the TLC, Sean will scaffold students by constructing scientific texts with them, using whole sentences and paragraphs detailing the processes of the changing states learning outcome. The emphasis here is for students to use metacognition to develop their critical literacy, focusing on language, vocabulary, and genre to construct sentences based on their understanding of changing states. Throughout the unit, students will develop holistically in the operational, critical, and cultural dimensions of literacy, working towards the end goal of independent construction, or in other words, to comprehend and be able to verbalize or construct sentences in relation to the content descriptor, and for students to develop full control over their learning. Because of the demographic of the classroom, it is important to ensure assessment procedures are open-ended with a variety of options for students to display their results in learning. This could be as an oral presentation, perhaps a video presentation, or simply in writing, depending on student interests as well as what will challenge them to meet their highest potential through the learning outcome. I am confident that through this inquiry unit, actively engaging students in content, culture and community, students will gauge a rich understanding of the content descriptor and holistically boost their cross-curricular literacy skills. Thank you.